Hi, our story today is when Sophie gets angry, really angry. And I chose this book because this is a very good example of mindfulness, which is our SEL strategy of the week. And remember, it means when you notice your thoughts, your feelings, you notice the world around you, you're noticing your senses. So I want to read this to you. In the story, when Sophie gets really angry, you might notice there's red around her here. That's because she's seeing red. And remember, previously I had read to you, yesterday I had the blues. And remember, the blues meant that the little boy was feeling really sad. But characters in the story felt other ways. They felt pink, they felt yellow. Yellow means happiness. So let's see how Sophie does in the story. Sophie was busy playing when my turn, and her sister grabbed Gorilla. No, said Sophie. Yes, said her mother. It is her turn now, Sophie. As her sister snatched Gorilla away, Sophie fell over the truck. Oh, is Sophie ever angry now? She kicks, she screams, she wants to smash the world to smithereens. Smash. She roars a red roar. Roar. Sophie is a volcano, ready to explode. Roar. And when Sophie gets angry, really angry, pa-bam, she runs. She runs and runs and runs until she can't run anymore. Then, for a little while, she cries. Now, she sees the rocks, the trees, and ferns. She hears a bird. Tweet. She comes to the old beech tree. She climbs. She feels the breeze blow her hair. She watches the water and the waves. The wide world comforts her. Sophie feels better now. She climbs back down. And heads for home. Chirp, squeak, chirr, tweet, hoot. I'm home. The house is warm and smells good. Everyone is glad she's home. Everything's back together again. And Sophie isn't angry anymore. In the story, Sophie was really angry. And let's look at the colors. When Sophie was happy, she was all yellow. And when she got mad, she turned really red. And her sister was green. Sophie's very angry. Look at how red she is. And then she gets really red around. She's so angry, her red color is even bigger. And then she's roaring that big red roar. Sophie's running. She's so angry. She's still red. And she's calming down just a little bit around her. She's noticing the world. She sees the rocks, the trees, and the ferns, and she hears a bird. So she's using mindfulness to calm herself down. She hears the bird go tweet. As Sophie gets calmer, her colors are changing, we might notice. Now she's orange. She's feeling that breeze blowing through her hair and watches the water and the waves. That wide world is comforting her. Her colors are changing. She's not red anymore. And then, look at her face. She's smiling now. When she gets home, she's all yellow. So this story is an example of mindfulness. The story is also an example of something we call onomatopoeia. Do you remember in the story when I pointed out that the animals were making noises? Let's see. Here. Whoops. When animals are making noises, like, remember the bird was going chirp and the mouse was going squeak, and when a word is used, you can imagine that sound. You can imagine the bird chirping, and you can imagine the mouse squeaking. And here it is. The bird is tweeting, and you know what a bird sounds like when it tweets. And an owl is going hoot here. You've heard an owl go hoot before. And you've heard a mouse go squeak. And here's another little animal going chirp. So you've heard these animals make these noises before, and that's an example of onomatopoeia. So When Sophie Gets Really, Really Angry is one of my favorite books, and I'm going to evaluate it right now. I'm going to think, was it a 0? This is my fist of 5. Did I hate it? Did I love it? Was it the very, very best story I ever heard? Or was it a 1 finger, 2, 3, 4, or 5? So you can evaluate the story and see what you think of When Sophie Gets Really, Really Angry. Okay, thank you for listening.